The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And he locates Laviska Shenault, the rookie from Colorado. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
1st and 10 at the 40.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Jaguars 3, Dolphins 0.
Now they try the right side here. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
1st down, Dolphins.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the option, here's Tua. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Joe Schobert on the tackle. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Miami.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Jones.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. ASAP coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He's going to wind up and air it out. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 20. Six-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Looking to pass. Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Third down and 13.
Now Tua. He's going to take another shot here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Jaguars 17, Dolphins 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Able to complete this to Shenault. And out across midfield down to the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Switch. Slam. Cougar 19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambo on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Jaguars 24, Dolphins 14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
First down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To a hit, and the ball is out. Well, I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, he'll play it safe with a run. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Another run with Gaskin. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
33-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try to get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
On the play. And the Dolphin 1st down.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It's 3rd down. And 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
31. Dolphins 14.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they give this time to the tailback. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Jaguars 31. Dolphins 20.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards that time.
38-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's into the clear. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
On the run, it's Robinson. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Credit Melvin Ingram, able to get into the backfield and make the stop.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
2nd and 13. Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Melvin Ingram, able to get him for a loss of about 3.
49-yard line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 2 and now on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Dolphins.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brissett. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Brissett. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And he'll give it here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 14-yard line. Tonight.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Jacksonville, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.